Hey scholars, so today we are going to be working on part two, and you'll see in a minute why that's funny. We're going to be working on part two of our commonly confused words. So last week we did a your versus your, Y-O-U-R versus Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, which one to use in what context, and there was a worksheet that goes along with that. If you haven't seen it, check out our Google Classroom. As always, your work is there. So today we will be working on the very commonly confused two, two, and two. So all three of these sound the same. All three of these mean different things. So for example, when I said earlier, we are going to be working on part two, the question is, which two should I use? Should I use T-O, T-W-O, or T-O-O? So I have a couple tricks in my brain that I like to think about when I'm talking about this. T-O, two, is talking about movement or motion or something that you will do. So it's motion is involved. So if I say I'm going to the store, it's this. If I say I'm going to do that later, it's this. Two, the number two, is this one right here with a W inside. Funny because W looks like 3, but it's 2, right? And that would be if I were to say, this is part 2, right? 1, 2, 3. So 2 with a W is when it comes to counting, when it comes to numbers. If we were in room 2, this is the 2 we're talking about. And then last but not least, 2 has, with 2 zeros, or with 2 zeros, wow. With 2 O's has 2 meanings. 2 meanings. The first meaning is an excessive amount, too much of something. You had too much candy for breakfast. You are too young to be drinking caffeine. It is too much. It's more than what you need, right? So if you are up too early in the day, you're up earlier than you should be. The second meaning of T-O-O is I want to do it too. I want to do it as well. So everybody got a TikTok. I wanted one too. Everybody gets to play at recess. I want to play too. I want to do it also. So I like to think for this one, T-O, if it's talking about going somewhere, either in my mind or in real space, I'm going to use this. If I'm thinking about a number, it's this one. And if I could use the word also, or if I could end it with much, so that's too much, or I want to do it too. If I could say it's too much, then it's T-O-O. And if I could say I want to do it also, then it's, instead of I want to do it too, it's this, right? Because I wouldn't say I want to also the store. I want to go also the store. I would say I want to go to the store. This wouldn't work, right? But if I wanted to say I want to do that also, that would work instead of I want to do that too. So here's how I like to think about it. 2 with 1 O. It's got like a little person's head running, right? 1 O, one person running. 2. 2, the number 2, I just think about it like, could I use a number in place of it? If I could use a number in place of it, then it's that 2. And lastly, 2, so I want to do it also. One person's hitting the dab, so the other person wants to hit the dab, right? 2 heads to help you remember that. And then here, 2, it has too many O's. There's an excessive amount of them. So that is the way that I like to think about these different 2s and which one to use in what place. So your job now, scholars, is to go into our Google Classroom to find the 222 worksheet in our classwork section. It's also located in the slides, and you are meant to fill out the worksheet with the correct 2 based on what we just talked about. Added bonus is if you also write a sentence using each of these 2s correctly. Bye, scholars. I will see you tomorrow.